dad not so much, are quite protective, maybe because of me having cerebral palsy. Maybe they're a slightly bit more protected of me, but they're still allowing me to get on with whatever I want to do.
So
So I've chosen my job that I wanted to do, but they ended up being voluntary jobs rather than a permanent job.
So your mom and dad protecting you, mainly your mom, has that frustrated you?
It is because the other three, I've got two sisters and another younger brother. They've grown up. They let the crow fly, as it were. They left them to it, whereas they're on my back about thinking, I wonder what's best for Ben. Oh, whatever it might be. Is it better that Ben stays, I don't know, with us? Or does he move out and have his own place? Is it better it's in supported accommodation? Or is it better in a standard flat?
So have you ever said, you know what, mom and dad, I love you to pieces, but I think I know what's best for
Yeah,
me.
that did happen, but eventually it paid off. I did get my own place, and I proved them wrong that I can live independently with some support.
Oh, that's good.
It paid off in the end.
So for anybody, so I'm gonna ask you a couple of more. So have you ever felt like strangers that don't know you, have you ever felt like they've bullied you or, just misinterpreted people?
I have actually probably have actually experienced a bit of bullying while I've grown up. Noticed it. I probably still get it now, but I don't notice it so much because I'm so used to it. It's in surroundings where people are just like walking down the street, someone else going the other way will look from the street on the other side and look at how you walk. Or
Oh, I get that. Even now, I'm up in Scotland. It's still the day before me and my partner, because I use a walker, and me and my
yeah,
partner was walking down the street, and a little boy, he must have been about 7 or 8, just looked at
no.
me. Like, I know kids are kind of, yes, they're curious and they're inquisitive, but I kind of wish that their mum or their dad or whoever they're with would. I just wish people would just come up and ask instead of staring at me like I'm some
Oh,
kind
I've had that for the last, I don't know how many weeks. I've had that for literally all the time. I get looked at. I actually got looked at 2 weeks ago. What was I doing? I must have been in town. Maybe I was getting in and out of the car in a car park and then going around the main superstore. People were getting on with their shopping, but they were watching you get in and out your car and walk around the shop.
I mean, I understand that people be like, oh, maybe she needs help, or maybe you need help, but like,
Yeah.
it just us. I don't know about you, but I find it really rude when people just stare at me. And
I find it quite annoying. Rude.
yeah, really
I
annoying.
went to the fish and chip shop 2 weeks ago. Queue, fair enough. There's always a queue, so I'm happy just to stand in the queue if I have to because it's there. What they ask you to do. What I found quite annoying is that when I went in, I didn't notice this straight away. I went in and ordered and paid, came back out, waited for my order to come through. There was a family. I think there must have been a family of 5. So 3 kids and the parents. I was with somebody else who's working with me at the moment. Well, a couple of hours a week. We've employed someone else to work with me here. So I didn't notice this, but the kids were looking at me while I was sitting there waiting for my order to be brought out. But the parents didn't do anything. But the person who was with me noticed it straight away, but didn't say anything. So I knew something wasn't quite right somehow. I didn't know where exactly. I knew someone was pondering around the area looking at me about something, but I didn't establish exactly where that person was.
See, now if that was me, I'd be like, do you want to take a picture? I'll be like, you can take a picture, it will last longer. I don't, I
Yeah, but
don't, I don't
we
understand.
need we need to get the kids' parents educated here, not necessarily the children, it's the adults.
Well, yeah, but we need to get both of them
Both,
educated.
maybe. Even both, maybe.
It really, really irritates me. It gets me, because not even in London, I remember the first time me and my partner
Yeah.
went out on a date in London and we went to the gym. We were walking to the gym in Wood Green. About 5 people, or maybe more than 5 people, they all stared at us. I'm like, what are you guys looking at? Found as well that the people that were staring were older people in their 50s or 60s. I'm like,
God.
what are you guys staring at? So we need to get people. That's why I'm wanting to do this podcast so that people can be educated.
I want to try and get this into schools. That's what I want to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, if you need any help with that, I don't mind helping you.
When they allows.
So for anyone listening to this podcast, and then I don't know how to explain to my child about cerebral palsy, what would you say to them?
Well, on an educational point of view, this goes to everybody. If you see someone walking around who has a mobility problem of some sort, don't stop and stare at them, because it can be quite patronizing for the person, even if they think that you're not looking at. It's better to educate your child that it's wrong to stare at people, and that people with a disability do have a purpose in life in this day and age.
Well, thank you very much for your interview, Ben. Hopefully people will listen to this and they'll be more aware of people with cerebral palsy and mobility issues.
If you see someone asking, I'm going to use an example here, traveling around, for example, we're going to use traveling around. I'm used to the hustle and bustle of London, so we're looking at getting on and off a bus or a train of some sort. Not every disability is visible. There are priority seats on all public transport, whether it be a train, a bus, a tube, DLR services in London, whatever the services, public transport services are. There's always a priority seat, and people who have a disability are entitled to that seat. Always give that seat up if you don't need it and you see someone getting on who does, or you can offer that person your seat if that priority seat is not available.
So in other words, you're saying
yes,
that disability, the disabled people, we do matter and we do make a contribution to this world, and not to judge, just to get to know us, basically.
Get to know us. That's where you can make a positive change. Do not look at us in a weird, don't look at us where we can't do anything and think we should be locked away behind closed doors or throw away the key. No, we're not like that. We're not scary people.
Well, thank you once again for your interview, Ben.
No problem. Welcome. You're welcome.